keep. I think the one question I didn't ask was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and say people like Babyface and Terry Riley. What do you think they did differently to music in that 90s compared to what you experienced in the 70s with the Motown guys?
Well, I mean, like everybody before, they just did different sounds, man. It's you know, you would know when you heard Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's not them performing, it's Janet or Force MDs, Human League, could be anybody. But that snare snap, it was just a different sound that they created. Same thing with Teddy with the New Jack Swing, man. Just, you know, but then it's the same as the guys before them. Motown, with all of those guys that were Motown. When you heard a Motown record, you knew that it was Motown. When you heard Philly International, Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff.
Yeah.
A unique sound, you know. I wish I were able to answer your question fully. I don't think that I could because I'm not a musician.
Yeah.
But maybe they could explain why.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You know, I don't know why. I just know that it felt different, you know, and that these people had a unique style. You knew their music when you heard it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, almost like a voice. Like, you know, like hearing a Marvin Gaye song for the first time. Like, you didn't need anybody to tell you that was Marvin.
Yeah.
You knew it, you know, but that their sounds were that unique. How they create that, I don't know. I mean, and I would be in the studio with Jimmy and Terry, man. Oh my God. I can remember sitting many nights in Minneapolis, sitting there with them. And I'm an early riser because I always did the morning show on the radio.
Yeah.
So I can't, you know, we always lived on the opposite side of the clock.
Yeah.
I used to call Jimmy and Terry in the morning on the way to work, knowing that they would be on the way home from work.
Wow.
At 5 a.m. Seriously, especially when they moved to LA because it's like 2, 3 in the morning. But man, I would be sitting there in the studio and, you know, I'm falling asleep because it's, you know, first of all, they're an hour behind us, so it's already late for me.
Yeah.
So I'm falling asleep. So I'm in and out of sleep, man, and I hear just a little drum beat, you know. The next thing, little something on top of it. And by the time I fully wake up, man, 2.5, 3 hours later, it's a full song. I'm like, wow, how do you do that? Yeah. And that would just be Jimmy. That's just Jimmy in there just doing what he does, man.
I have to, I mean, what they did with Alexander O'Neal, Sherelle, Janet, Sounds of Blackness. The one thing I would say when I listen to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is that they're the ones who are, you know, they've crossed. They even did stuff with her. But sometimes you don't even recognize that they're on the track, especially now.
Right.
I don't know,
right.
But I don't know. You've known them for a long time. Do you think it's the friendship between Jimmy and Terry that enabled that magic to come out? Because they're the only ones who, because Babyface will admit that LA they were bandmates, they weren't best of friends compared to, say, Jimmy and Terry. Do you think that has something to contribute to just the magic that they can put out?
I do. I think it has a lot to do with that. I mean, they are truly brothers, man. Just, you know, I mean, all these years, you probably know this, but, you know, all these years, there's never been a piece of paper between them. There's no contract.
Wow.
You know, there's no contract. We said we're going to do this, let's do this. You know, I remember very early on, Terry telling me about Jimmy. Wow, when they got their first royalty check. God, I hope they don't mind me telling this story. I don't think they will, but it's what happened. It's what he told me. They got their first big royalty check. It was like $15,000 each or something like that. And all Jimmy had been talking about, man, for months was a Corvette. He wanted a Chevrolet Corvette. And Jimmy, when Terry got his check, he gave the whole thing to Jimmy. Jimmy got his check, he gave, hey man, I don't want you thinking about cars, man. I need you thinking about music.
Wow.
You know, I mean, Terry's told me once, he said, Donnie, I'm telling you, man, he could have my skin if he needed it. And he means that, man. That's how close they are. So I don't see how that can't impact the music that we all get from them. It's a relationship, man, that I just envy. You know, I think that anybody in business what would you get? Wouldn't you give to have a relationship like that with your partner, that you can trust him to that level, man?
Wow.
You know, yeah, man. You know, they have integrity, and that's, like, to me, one of the most important things you can have in life. I don't know anything more valuable.
Yeah.
Integrity. You know, that leads to respect, but integrity, man, that you, well, conviction that you know who you are. You only do things a certain way, you know, and people can trust that. They know who you are. You know, I can't say enough about Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They're the only guys that I've ever met in my life that, from the day I met them, I felt like we went to elementary school together.
Wow. Like
we were old friends instantly. I've never met anyone else like that. Just Jimmy and Terry. It's like, you know, it's just these kindred spirits, you know, just, yeah, man. I love them guys.
What's your favorite song by them?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's just like, that's my favorite Stevie song. I could narrow it down to a list of about 100.
Okay. Your top three, no, Jimmy and Terry. Okay, if you can't do one.
Well, I will give you one. I know theirs. Theirs is Optimistic. That's the most significant song in the Sounds of Blackness. In any interview, they will tell you that. That's, yeah, without doubt. But for me, I would probably say Alexander O'Neal, Crying Overtime.
Wow.
It's the one that I listen to most. You know, I don't listen to music much at home. But every now and then, man, I'll get in bed and I'll listen to something. And it's always, it's 3 songs. It's one of 3 songs that I would listen to. And this has been the case over the last 10 years, probably. One is Crying Overtime. And I don't know if you know the song. If not, you should listen to it.
I will listen to it.
It's such a great late night song, you know. Long after your tears have dried, I'll be crying overtime.
Wow.
So the other one, Ooh Baby Baby.
Yeah.
And the third is Susan's Song by Al Jarreau. Wow. It's just a great late night song. It just moves me. It's a song about, it's a song about, you know, not giving up on love, you know, of trying this thing again, although you've been hurt, you know. And it's so funny because Crying Overtime is the same kind of thing, you know. It's love hurt me song, and that's not why I'm listening. That's not the situation I'm in, you know. But I don't know. The songs just move me for some reason. But when you hear Al Jarreau sing this song, you know, he says, Susan, I've been blind a long time. He says, sometimes, if you're not careful, a little hurt, a little pain makes you blind to the real thing once it comes along. You know, I mean, you know, I've been blind. It's unbelievable, man. It's just, he's trying to work his way out of this shell. He's been hurt. He's trying to work his way out of this shell, man. It's a good song, man.
And I am going to listen to those 3, definitely. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, to press the notification bell so that you can be notified when we do have a new interview. Loads to come, but thanks a lot for watching.